Welcome back. In this video, I will talk about domain and how you can get the best domain for your online store. So first of all, what is domain? The simplest definition is the main link of your online store is the domain. For example, Amazon.com, Facebook.com, AliExpress.com, etc. The main thing which is people use to visit your online store is the domain. So how to actually come up with good domain? The generic format of a domain is the businessname.com. For example, if your name is John and you run a furniture business, then your domain will be johnfurniture.com. As an example, there are many different type of domain like .org, .uk. If your business is an organization, then you can use the .org, which is what Wikipedia uses. But this is for your online store, so obviously it is not going to be .org. You can try the .s or .op or .shopify. If your business is based in particular country like India, it can be .in, or if it is based in United Kingdom, it can be .uk. Alright, so even if you think you have really a good domain, it may not be available, and these are the other alternatives. So to actually have to really good domain, you have to consider these three things. Your domain should be easy to remember, it should be easy to pronounce, and lastly, it should be sorted. If it is really difficult to remember your domain, nobody will be visiting your online store. Next, it should be easy to pronounce so that people can say it and they can tell their friends and stuff, then they will you get more popular. And lastly, it should be short. If it is super long, people will get bored or even type it. Or so you should make sure your domain is not too long. So when you are thinking of buying a domain, make sure you consider these three things. And if you have not think of a name of your business or your online store, keep in mind this treating it applies both with your business name and also with your domain. So lastly, how do you get the domain? You get the domain from a domain provider. So a domain provider is a seller like Amazon, AliExpress, and you buy the domain from them. Some example of domain provider or Shopify. So within a Shopify, you can buy domain itself, which I do not recommend because it is not flexible and doesn't have many customization. Next, we have the most popular GoDaddy domain. Next thing, we have the most popular domain provider GoDaddy, HostGator, and there are a lot more domain provider. Alright, so my recommendation is to go Google search and find the base of your country. What doesn't mean some of these domain provider will not charge you in your native currency. So when you buy domain from them, you have to pay the currency conversion fees and transaction fee, which accounts to around 3 to 5%. So if you do not want that, you may want to find a provider which surges in your native currency. But if you are looking for a recommendation from me, I will highly recommend checking out Name because it's what I use and it has lot of customization feature. That is my friend. Now let's go into the Namecheap and let's try to find a domain so that you understand the process of how this it works. Alright, so I am here in them. So what you are gonna do here is you are just going to type in the domain you want. For example, for this course, let us Amazon course, so which is what we have to go in our link course.com. So I am just going to click on that. Alright, the course.com is available and which you can see right, and it goes only 712 in my currency, which is really low. But as you can see the price right here below, this is the renewal fee and this is the fee for the first year. Alright, so when you renew it in the second year, they will charge you this one right here. So make sure you keep that in mind. You can browse and find the best one who you think is suitable for your business. Some domains are considered premium domain and it will be the really expensive. If that's the case, don't buy it. Just look for a different domain. Alright, so make sure your domain represents your business by the way, and that isn't my friend. Now you know how you can find the domain. It is the same process. You just search for the available domain, whether you are buying it and GoDaddy and HostGator or whatever you want. So after you buy the domain, you have to come back to your Shopify to the link into your Shopify store. The way people can visit your online store through the domain. So to add the domain, you have to go down here in the setting right here, click on the setting, find the domain right here. As you can see, click on it. As you can see, click on it. So as you already bought your domain, you have to click on the connect existing domain right here, and after that you have to type in your domain name and click on the next. If I detect the domain and give you a few steps to do in order to link the domain, for example in our course, let's say dentandcourse.com. So if I will detect this domain, click on that. As you can see, it detect this domain is available for the purchase. But if your domain is already purchased through this domain provider,
So it will detect whether you buy it from this cheap GoDaddy hustling or wherever you bought it, and then after it will stop you and give you some few steps which you need to do.
And then after that, your domain will be connected, and I cannot get you here because the steps quiz they give you will be different for domain provider. What I can tell you is that it is really simple step with the step 1 or 2 minutes to set up, and that is you don't need to do it again. Once you link the domain, it is forever. That is, my friend, it is really simple. You bought the domain from a domain provider, you come to Shopify connected, and that's it. That's how you can have your domain linked to your Shopify store. That is for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment and share this video to your friend, and subscribe my YouTube channel 𝘀𝗵𝗺𝗀. I will see you guys in my next video.